Hey all, Hipper here. So we're taking out the Siegfried today, and I'm using Karl von Müller, Herr Müller, here because he has a new legendary perk that I'm trying out on all the German cruisers. So this is not an agile build, although it is a little bit because I have two agile inspirations, but that's just to get the rudder down to a little bit more of a manageable area here on the Siegfried because it's not the most, agile ship. So we have the dispersion, we need that, and then to get the most out of the acceleration, we have the acceleration mod here. Then we have the rudder, and then we have the main battery reload time. So we only get 2 sonars with this build here, which I don't like. I like to have 3, and you'll see how important they are in this battle here. So 5.6 rudder and 38 knots, that's pretty good, that's pretty good. 38 knots for Siegfried, that's actually more than good, that's really good. So I get my favorite spawn on this map here. This is the A spawn, and I like to have it on this side here because that means I can get in faster than the enemies. And because I have such fast acceleration on Siegfried here, I'm getting out of dodge pretty quickly, and I can go 38 knots, meaning that it's unlikely for anyone else to get into the A cap before me, except for destroyers. And that's what I want. That's exactly what I want, because the A cap is so important on this map here. If you get that cap and you hold the area inside the A cap, you can bombard the B cap from the safety of the A cap until the B cap is taken. And after that, you just sit over at the B cap and deny anyone access through from the C area. That's how you win on this map here, and it's fun. But it requires you to, first of all, take A and take it quickly. And if you can get some destroyers down while you're doing that, that's awesome. So I've never really warmed to Siegfried because while it's not bad, I think, pretty much any other German cruiser is better. First of all, I think the dispersion is utter garbage on this ship here. And yeah, I realize, well actually this time I'm actually running a dispersion build, or I like half a dispersion build. But even with full dispersion build, like that's a waste because you're not gonna fix this ship by putting dispersion commanders on it. You're just gonna have to accept the fact that it is totally inaccurate and is nowhere near as accurate as the other German cruisers, which are pinpoint accurate. So that's why I don't like this ship here. I like to hit what I'm aiming at, and this ship here just doesn't do it for me. It's not a bad ship, and there's a Benson in the A cap. That's excellent, and as you can see, we are way ahead of the others here. So I'm going to get into the cap and make myself comfortable. If I can ravage their DD while no one else can do anything about it, that's excellent as well. Because the Nicer now here, he's too late. I'm already in a better position, and as I also said, the spawn on this side has an advantage because it's easier just to roll straight into the cap. So I'm just thinking, do I fire torps here to stop him? But it looks like he's just gonna sit behind the island here. So then we're going to just pop the sonar on because the Benson is trying to hide in smoke, and that's the end of this guy here, because he's in a nasty position here. He's got me on one side and Destroyer on the other side, and he's spotted and he's tier 6, so obviously he is done for. So I'm just trying to maneuver here because I don't know if he has torps or not. I'm just assuming that he does, and it looks like he's going to fire torps there. So I'm quite happy I actually put a little bit of rudder on the ship here, so I can actually maneuver, a little bit better. Like, it's still not as nice as I want. Like in an agile build, I would have been able to dodge these torps here, but in this build here, it's not possible. So that's okay. Because we get our torps off and surprise him here, yoink, done. And this is why I like, move in first in a quick ship that's really hard to brawl against. That is. And then just, set up camp in the cap like I'm doing here. And sure, these two could, come in here and try to take me out. That would probably be the smarter play instead of going, ahead because there's nothing there. But it, suits me well. And we are lucky enough that my sonar actually picks up yet another destroyer here. And that's another benefit of getting into this cap here early. Because even if you don't have radar, you can sonar the destroyers if you move up to the very edge of this cap here. And obviously that's going to be very helpful because I've taken out one destroyer now and I'm sonaring number 2, And if we can get this guy here removed, then the enemy has lost 3 destroyers already. And I'm just like, oh, I want the kill, but I'm not getting it. And that's okay. So that's good. But we still haven't won the A flank over here. Now it's important to take this cap here. There's already a D taking the B cap, so that's fine. We don't have to actually move out there. Also make me a little bit vulnerable out there. Don't know what's around. So instead I'm just going to reverse into A and make sure we cap it. While these 2 guys here, and this is the division, by the way, this Scharnhorst and Gneisenau here, and they're trying to will their way through like they usually do, but will to rebuild has been nerfed, and it's just not as effective anymore, and that's good. And plays like this that are just, you know, kind of stupid, let's be honest, and they're leaving their Fiji for me to ravage, just like I did with the destroyer. Also, like another great play on their side, and that's it. The A flank is won now, because that Scharnhorst and Gneisenau out there, they're going to sink at some point. And anyway, they're in an area where there's nothing to gain. Why would you go all the way around the cap? It doesn't make any sense. But whatever. It means I can take the A cap, the destroyer can take the B cap, and once that's done, we're just gonna make sure no one can push through over from the C cap. And we're pretty much equal on ships, so it's not like it's you know, a total like steamroll this game here. And I'm just checking, are they in a division? And of course they are. Of course they are. These 2 here. So this German sonar, so many people sleep on it. They don't understand how important it is. Its range is sometimes more than a kilometer than a standard sonar. That's a huge difference. And some of them reach out to almost 6 kilometers. I believe 5.6 kilometers on the cruisers. And that's huge. Like, if you can put yourself in a position where you can actually use that sonar. Look, 1 is going to give you lots of XP for sonaring DDs. And 2, obviously, you're going to help your team immensely. Like, because sonar stays on for nearly 2 minutes. And here's a potato. I don't know what he's doing. But he's the last destroyer on the enemy team. And he's just taking me on along with the destroyer, like fully exposed. I don't know, but anyway, these guys were going to lose anyway. So I don't know if he's just, you know, trying to move on to the next battle or whatever's going on here. But to get back to the emergency build, I'm still not under 60% hit points, so I still don't get the extra, you know, perks there. Unfortunately, I don't actually know if I even get it at all in this battle here. Which is, you know, a shame. But I have played other battles with Siegfried, and I actually like this build on Siegfried, because with an agile build, it's not really good. It's just too fat and slow. But with this build here, you can make it really fast and like really quick at accelerating. Like this thing accelerates almost like an Edinburgh, and once you get that extra 25% acceleration, this thing here is an Edinburgh. Except that it's a big fat German Siegfried with 15-inch guns and lethal torpedoes and a very, very nasty sonar. And because you can move so fast in the ship, you can get into those really nasty positions where you can just set up camp and sonar everyone who tries to get into position or grab a cap or whatever they need to do. And I mean, these are, you know, game-saving plays. And that's what the German cruisers are really good at. Like, you need to use your sonar. That's also why, if you have Prince Eugen, you can switch the sonar for a reload boost on that ship. But that is pretty much the worst thing you can possibly do, because the sonar is your greatest asset. The AP and your sonar. Like, you don't need 2 rounds of shooting an extra 2 salvos. It's not worth it, in my opinion. I think the sonar is much more important and gives you much more utility and give you much more purpose in the battle as well, because otherwise you're just gonna sail around and, you know, look for broadsides and that's it. And sonar gives you more stuff to do, really, and makes the battles more fun. Now, I believe the whole purpose of emergency build is to allow the German cruisers to be better at you know, juking and in a distance. So, you know, sitting angled somewhere and, you know, peppering the targets with shells and then using the throttle to, you know, pretty much outplay them. And sure, that makes sense. I've tried it, and in Weimar and Mainz, it is definitely. It's almost overpowered, I think. But again, it's not really my style. So I'm trying to find other uses for this new legendary perk here. And I do believe on Siegfried, I think at the moment this is one of the best builds. Either this or just a full AP build, I think are the best things you can go with. So that means Riegerwald or Müller here would be good picks. Of course, there's so many German cruiser captains to choose from that it's fantastic. So any kind of build really with the Germans, you can do it. And there's so many different ones. And there's also Graf Spee if you want to do very, very low concealment builds. So you're really spoiled for choice. And we're just going to torp this Azuma here, because Azuma is bad. It doesn't have torpedoes. It's really bad. Ew. And this is my hate ship in the game. And there's no better feeling than to, like, just bully an Azuma. Because it's just, oh, I hate this ship. Ew, man. But like I said, I'm just testing out new builds here. And while this build works really well for me, I think I'm going to leave it on my Siegfried. Like I said, there's so many German cruiser commanders that you can definitely, do any build that you like and you want to play with, which is really good for that nation. And I hope the other nations will get there at some point, especially the Italians and the French. Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you out there.